folks, welcome back to episode 2 of Central Park Rangers. It's nice to say that out loud, you know. It's been a while since I've been able to say that. I've been trying not to say it for ages. But since we last met, we have been very, very busy in this transfer window. What I love about this, viewers, is that we've spent $4. I think that's probably just in bus fares to get them here, I think. But yeah, keep your focus then on from the 4th downwards. The players above were already here when we started the save. So it's from Joe Romero down. And rather than going through every single one and highlighting the good and the bad, some are okay, some are not, like Steve. Steve's okay, without being sensational. It was getting bodies in, viewers. We had about 4 players. But then you've got players like Nick Bibbs, who is not fantastic, but he's probably a solid centre-back for this level, I'm hoping. Now, we'll go through the team in a second, so we can talk through some of the new additions, and we can see who our starting 11 is going to be for this upcoming season. Today, we play a cup match, our first competitive game as Central Park Rangers, so that's quite exciting. But I thought I'd just mention that this league, and the league system in general, so for when you get your hands on it in the future as well, this is something to bear in mind. Now, the teams, over a period of time, are going to have to balance themselves out a little bit. The first 3 or 4 years is going to be a bit of a minefield because you have to find out which teams go where and how it all balances out. For example, some sides in this division are better than others, which admittedly, right, is the same for any division. But Las Vegas, let's pick on them as our example, have Freddie Adu. So, you know, different folks for different strokes. He's very good, though, for this level especially. Whether we get him in at some point, I would quite like to. He's 29. It feels like he should be about 49 or 16. It's one of those two. So yeah, they've got some really good players that we don't have the same quality as. We've got some decent ones, don't get me wrong. There's a couple in our side that are good, but that across the board, they are relatively decent in a lot of areas. On the reverse of that, you've got Carolina Dynamo, who do have like an under-21 squad to pick players from if they wish to. They're just choosing not to. They're going to have to. I fear for Carolina Dynamo. I mean, I fear for them. So we're very much a middle-of-the-road sort of side. We do have a player in the Dream 11, only one player, though, at left-back, and this was a player that was given to me at the very start of the game. John Thompson, very, very happy to see him at left-back. Probably going to be our standout player for the majority of the first year. If we can keep a hold of him, that is one of the problems with this save, is that, much like you saw with Thames and any lower league save, really, that you are very, very poachable, and teams can come at you from all angles. If you take a look at our starting 11, then you can see, based on just the star ratings, that they're not too bad. I still need to get some coaches into the star ratings, are slightly more accurate. But I think as a starting 11, I've not done too badly. Right, let's talk through formation stuff then, style of play, tactics, and then get into our first game, shall we, and see how we do in our first competitive fixture. It's worth noting that our friendlies have gone very well. A 0-0 draw against Louisville, the one sort of black mark against it, but some good wins in there, especially against Minnesota, who I will say are a couple of divisions above, but played quite a weakened side, so I wouldn't read too much into that. We did, though, play Carolina Dynamo, who I now know are terrible, which... good. We play them quite early on in the league, so that's quite exciting. We also play Vegas not long after that. That's terrifying. And today we play Yale Mulken, who are a side who are slightly worse than us on paper, who are in our division, it happens. It's worth noting that the USL Cup that we are playing today is just for the teams in the USL league system rather than the top tier teams. So it gives all the teams in the Championship, the League 1, League 2, a battle at each other rather than having to play against some of the big dogs that they will probably struggle against. So team-wise, this is what we're working with. I've gone for a fluid counter-attacking system. I know, how brave of me. We'll see if that pays off. It's done okay in pre-season. I quite like the way it operates. You can see that as we run through the team for the first time, these are what I will consider now, because I've brought them in at the very start, these are the Central Park Rangers originals, which I always get excited about those people. So in goal, Ricardo Farino, the Mexican. It looks like a solid-ish keeper, 10 handling, 12 reflexes. He's not going to set the world alight, but I think he's solid. He's decent for the division. He's certainly not the worst keeper in the division. He's not the best keeper in the division. He's very much a Central Park Rangers player. Let's go to our fullbacks. I've brought in Kyle McTurk, who's got a lovely name. Physically pretty good, very, very fast, decent tackling, decent marking. Everything else is a little to be desired. But yeah, I think a decent addition. Kyle McTurk, welcome. Over at left back, of course, we talked about him. John Thompson, 28. Of course, he's 28, but generated it himself at 28. There's no history to John Thompson. There's nothing there. He's going to make history. At the back, now this is where I'm a little concerned. 23 years of age, Guatemalan, Nicolas Samayow. I think that's how you'd say it. An okay centre-back, decent decision-making, heading, marking, tackling. It's okay, physically. We'll see how he does. And next to him, Nick Bibbs, which I absolutely love. Again, not an amazing centre-back, but a decent enough one at this level. I think I'm going to change some of the attribute colours at the start of this, so I think next episode we'll definitely do that, so these players don't look as ridiculous, or not ridiculous, as bad as they may be after the division. We'll level it up like we did with Thames last year. Tackling, marking, heading, okay for this division. Physically very well-rounded, but a 5'11" might struggle aerially, especially with 9 heading. We'll see. In front of them, Jonathan Cariosio. Probably. It could be Cariosio. Someone help. 17-year-old. If you've got that name, help. If you haven't got that name, I'm not sure I want to hear your opinion. It'll only confuse the situation. Trust me. But a 17-year-old, again, a proper Central Park original in that he was here from the very beginning. Marking and tackling's not too bad. Passing at 9's not terrible. Very good work rate, though. Decent bravery. Good aggression in the centre of the midfield. And will be our ball winner in the middle, sort of supporting the defence and attack in equal measure. Moving on to our midfielders. And we've got Jeff Matured, which I don't know if it's how you say it, but I just quite like the fact it's, maybe he's producing some matured content. Who knows? Maybe he doesn't. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe he just likes mature cheddar. Who knows? Mystery. He's a mystery man, is Jeff. He recently played for the Wilmington Hammerheads. I know nothing of them. They're not even in the database, but they've got a fantastic name, and I'm okay with that. Previously, before that, played for Tampa Bay. Jeff Matured. Cheddar. Content. Either one. But yeah, looks okay. Decent passing, marking, techniques there as well. Physically very good. I mean, yeah, fine. Physically very good, 9 stamina. Next to him, the Mezzala. Our midfield's not that strong. I'm going to come out and say that right now. Christian Silva. This needs a little bit of work. There's not a wealth of players you can bring in to a side at Central Park Rangers this early on, which is good though, I think. I think that's what we kind of want. We want it to be a challenge that we can build up from the base. Our objective this year is just to survive the relegation battle. I skipped the team meetings. You've seen team meetings 1,000 times. But yeah, our objective is to avoid relegation. I think we'll definitely do that. I think we'll be a mid-table side, but we'll see. Yeah, decent first touch, decent vision, so we can see and control it. Whether he does anything after that, we'll have to wait and see. On the right, Mark Segbers, who again is a very decent player. Got great pace on him, 13 acceleration, 13 pace. Again, some of his technicals to be to be desired. Lovely. Crossing is decent, as is his dribbling. Work rate needs a lot. His mentals are a bit of a letdown, really. But yeah, physically quite good and can cross the ball. I'll take that. On the other side, Con. We'll go with Con. There we go. Con is on the left. Romanian. Con. Physically not great at 28. You think he'd be maybe slightly better, but decent dribbling, decent technique. A good technician over on that left-hand side. And then up top through the middle. Prefers to be a winger, but I'm going to play him as my striker in this. You can see Ayman Zaid from... hang on. He's Libyan. I love that. 6'2", and yeah, decent pace, but at 34, I suspect that these are going to come down very quickly. This might be one season with Zaid. We'll see how we do with him. I can't imagine he'll be here next year, though. I'm a little worried. And that then is our team, and the team that's going to go into our first game. Of course, there's a few players on the bench, and as we bring those into the side, we will introduce you to them as well. Like Shutov, who is probably better at left wing. All right, well, let's bring Shutov in. Oleg Shutov is far better. Right, there we go. I rotated him a few times in pre-season, so I know he's decent, but good pace. Dribbling and crossing slightly better. Again, these passing, technique, work rates, mentals are a problem at lower leagues. That's what we're discovering. And he's 6'1" as well, so quite a tall guy. For a winger, you know? All right, shall we see him play? Let's see him play. Come on. It's a home game as well, so you get to see the Great Lawn, which is exciting. For those familiar with Central Park, you'll know that the Great Lawn does exist within Central Park, and we are playing on the Great Lawn. Do you like the intro? I hope you like the intro. Massive shout out to Rick, who put together the Thames intro. Also put together this one. There's links to him in the description down below. If you ever need any of that sort of stuff, he's your man to go to. Now, of course, because we're semi-pro, you'll notice there, viewers, not a lot of training is going on. At some point, whether it be next year or the year after, we'll look to go professional. 5th tier, 4th tier, that's certainly the time you want to be doing that. There's a few professional sides, though, in this division, which is a little bit terrifying. I've got a chap here who is wanted by FC Ukraine United, which I just like the name. But Scott Solis will be staying with me, I'm afraid, so stop this. All right, then, here we go. Our first game against Yelmakan. Is that how it's said? Yelmakan FC? I hope so. All right, they're playing a 4-4-2 with potentially a decent side here. He's not too bad. Luis Eduardo Rodriguez, quite similar to the striker we've got, actually. So this could be a decent test. You can see why we and them are quite similarly matched. Right, come on then, lads. Show what you can do. It's not overly American, that, is it? I kind of want to just tell them that they're going to be awesome. Come on, guys. Be awesome. Right, first action of the game. A corner to us. And I must say, by the way, as it's nearly smashed in, look at that stand. Have you ever seen anything like that? Look at that. That looks mad. There's just greenery all around us as well, which I really like. It's like we're in a park, viewers. There's a wall here, which I'm going to ignore for now. I'm in the way of it a little bit, but it's a massive wall. You can see it over there, look. That ridiculously big wall. As another corner to be played in. Look at all our fans behind the goal. I love that. As they're seated over there, they're loving it. Of course, when you play at Central Park, there's quite a lot of... It's quite a touristy club right now. It must be said. We're going to have to try and get some diehard Parkerans. Parkerans is not... I've just made that... That was on the fly. That's like what you do as a child. It wasn't good. But look at our kit. I do quite like the kit. I've got to say, the stripe across the front, as we do give the ball away. Now, of course, hopefully they don't... Okay, I'm a little concerned that we could be out of a cup competition first game. As a challenge comes in there, of course, we've got to try and meet the boys. They're working it around quite nicely now, though. Sanchez looks for the ball forward, hits Thompson on the head. You could be describing it as a header, but it looks like it just hit him as that ball lofted forward. Not the greatest. The quality of play right now is lacking somewhat, as it's then coming forward with it once again. Challenge comes in, though, by Matured. It was a mature tackle, is what it was. Then Al-Zaid is racing away on that left-hand side. If he can get a ball into the centre, can he? For the first goal, maybe for Central Park Rangers, and he does it! The run from the left-hand side, our number 9. That's what you want to see from him. The fans behind the goal going absolutely wild. I mean, he picks it up on that left-hand side, and he's got so much to do from there. Takes it past his first man as he races into the centre, and then drills it into the back of the net. Lovely stuff. I have to try and enjoy him while he's here. He will not be here next year. Oh, they've had an injury to the Silva up front, who I'm assuming is probably a decent-ish player. Yeah, he's not too bad, very quick. They've got him on loan, actually, the Mexican. So, dangerous times for them. Goal kick, launch forward. I think we're playing... I think the other side... One side is a stand. I think the other side... Oh, as a shot goes just over the bar. There's no stand behind the goal. There's just a wall. And then on this side, I think there's a car park. We should check that out. Hang on a minute. Right, can we see the car park quickly? Now, I don't know if that's had planning permission in Central Park. I can't imagine it has. That's a bit of a worry. All right, so yeah, look, you can see on that side, there's the... But what about the other side? Oh, yeah, it's literally a car park. They've built a car park. I feel that's probably not great, is it? They've scored there. As I sort of zoomed in a bit, they've scored. A free kick. It's gone right over everyone, and they've just popped it in. You can see it again here, look. It's a very good free kick. We don't move. We're like trees. We're like camouflage trees. Just loving it. Just, are we defending? Not our best work. Is it offside? No way. Is it? I don't think it is. I don't know. I've forgotten what the lines mean. It's not offside. It's the same situation. They've had goalkeeper there, suspect. This series, I will mix it up. I won't just be using 3D every time or 2D every time. It'll be on my mood. It'll be mood dependent this time. At half time, though, pretty even game with a slightly more possession. I think we're playing like that vertical counter-attacking system. I think that'll probably happen for us quite often. I think we'll keep a lot of the ball against sides that are similar to us, sides that are better than us. That could be problematic. I've just seen that Vegas are beating someone 4-0, and the goal scorer has scored every goal. It might have been 4-1, but they scored 4. I feel like Las Vegas are going to be a problem in this division. I imagine they'll go for it a lot, late game. They'll gamble. Because yep, you all got it. They've had another injury, which isn't ideal. Now, when it comes to substitutions, I'm not sure I'm well placed enough yet to know who will make an impact and when in our first official league game, or our first official competitive game. That is a worry. The time here is ticking away as it goes to 1-1. I'm not going to lie to you, folks. I don't know what happens at the end of this. Well, maybe nothing if there's a goal, and it looks like they've got the ball as a cross is put to the back post, and it's dangerous, and Farino there is just, hasn't he, breaststroked it in, which is always good. We're 2-1 down, viewers. I mean, we'll see it again from the exact same angle, as you can see the keeper here, and breaststroke, there we go. He's got about a good metre in the water there. Not our best work, as now time's ticking away. I feel like we should probably have done more to stay in this, but it looks like we're going to be out of the USL Cup very early on, viewers. As the ball's chipped forward towards Zaid, it runs out of play. The Lino's giving it, and there's nothing over there, just nothingness. Well, one day, hopefully, that will have something there for us. But that's going to bring us to the end of this first episode in this first game. But now you have some idea of the level that we're at. As I say, Yarmouth can, we'll take a look at them again in our league system. You can see on the season preview, they are 7-1, we're 6-1. It was quite an even game, so I think you can see it's relatively well balanced with Vegas up top there. How did they get on overall in their first game? A 4-2 victory. Well, they messed it up a bit. Sammy Ochoa, though. Yeah, he's just so well-rounded. Alright, if you enjoyed today's episode, please do drop a like on it. Let's aim for around 2,000 likes. Why not? It's the start of a new series. Hopefully you're still excited for it. And I'll see you again very, very soon with me, from me, Dr. Benji, with love with care. Goodbye. Lost our first competitive game. Lovely. That's what you want, isn't it? That's what you want. Now we're in.